explore the fascinating world of the Middle Ages as we travel through the well-planned and constructed medieval castles. These stone fortifications provide both a window into the social structure and standard of living of that age, and potent reminders of a time of grandeur, knights, and feudal rulers. The architectural artistry of medieval castles. Indeed, the mastery of architecture and strategic cunning displayed in medieval castles is impressive. These buildings, which are mostly made of stone, cleverly combine defensive features like battlements, drawbridges, and moats. The keep, a sturdy, usually square structure intended to be the last line of defense in the event of a siege, is crucial to the layout of a castle. The intricate design features include tall walls, an inner courtyard or bailey, and interconnecting towers, each of which serves a distinct purpose while artfully combining form and function. In addition to providing safety, the well-planned building reflected the majesty of the medieval era and had aesthetic appeal. The evolution of castle design. The development of medieval castle architecture is fascinating, showing a remarkable leap from simple, early designs to sophisticated fortifications. At first, motte-and-bailey plans were common. These included a raised earthwork with a wooden fort surrounded by a palisade and a ditch for protection. But as military tactics and technology developed, it became clear that larger, more resilient defenses were required, and stone castles were born. These strong fortifications demonstrated superior resilience against sieges and incendiary attacks. Early construction of concentric fortresses by the 13th century marked the pinnacle of castle design. This layout had several defensive wall tiers, providing an almost impenetrable stronghold against the most tenacious adversaries. Before we continue with our adventure, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell not to miss future videos every week. Let's get back to the video. Castles as centers of administration. In addition to their well-known defensive function, medieval castles were crucial for communal administration. The Great Hall, which was commonly located inside the keep, served as the center of this administrative nexus. The lord would administer justice, collect taxes, and throw lavish feasts in this place. Castles were fully operational structures that contained a range of buildings required for daily life, including military barracks, cooking facilities, storage areas, and residences for domestic staff. The existence of these buildings suggests that castles functioned as independent microcosms with functioning social, religious, and economic systems. Essentially, they served as the focal point for the community, managing the intricacies of daily life while offering a centralized location for the governance and control of their territories. As such, the administrative significance of castles in the Middle Ages cannot be underestimated. The social role of castles in the Middle Ages. Medieval castles were important social centers during the Middle Ages, in addition to their strategic value, because the castle served as a bastion that provided refuge during times of conflict. Its presence promoted a sense of solidarity and protection among the people living in the nearby villages and towns. Numerous historical social events were witnessed by the stone walls of these strongholds. Castles served as the backdrop for a large portion of the cultural narrative of the time, since magnificent feasts, colorful tournaments, and lavish marriages frequently took place there. A castle was a lord or monarch's home and drew both nobles and commoners to its activities as a social meeting place. By acting as the backdrop for such societal activities, castles significantly influenced the social fabric of the Middle Ages, molding customs, traditions, and community interactions. Thus, the social significance of these fortresses transcends their utilitarian function, shedding light on the rich tapestry of communal life during this historical period. The symbolism of castles. Intrinsically, medieval castles were symbolic structures reflecting various aspects of society during the Middle Ages. The towering structures, often dominating the landscape, served as unmistakable symbols of power, representing the influence and might of the feudal lord or monarch who resided within. Every stone and architectural feature was a physical manifestation of authority and control, a visual demonstration of dominion over the land and its people. The sheer magnitude and grandeur of these castles not only stood as a deterrent to potential adversaries, but also signaled a status of prestige, wealth, and societal rank. Additionally, these fortresses acted as territorial markers, their strategic locations often chosen to establish control over key resources or transit routes, therefore demonstrating the tactical acumen of their rulers. Hence, the symbolism of castles extends far beyond their primary defensive role, encapsulating the political, territorial and social dynamics of the medieval period. In essence, castles were the tangible expressions of the underlying power structures that dictated the course of life in the Middle Ages. Castle siege strategies. In the tumultuous times of the Middle Ages, the protection of a castle was crucial and demanded thorough strategizing. These fortresses were not just built to impress. Each facet of their design had a defensive purpose. During a siege, the castle's defenders had a variety of tactics at their disposal. They would unleash a hailstorm of arrows from the high vantage point of the battlements, creating a deadly rain that could decimate an attacking force. In more desperate situations, boiling oil would be poured through specially designed openings known as murder holes, causing severe burns and chaos among the enemy ranks. Should the outer defenses falter, the keep, with its reinforced walls and limited entry points, would provide a final stronghold for the castle's occupants. The attackers were not without strategies of their own. They could construct large wooden towers to overcome the castle walls, or use powerful battering rams to breach the gates. Advanced siege machines such as trebuchets were even capable of launching heavy projectiles over great distances to cause damage within the castle grounds. It's worth noting that both defending and attacking a castle were tasks that required considerable tactical wisdom and innovative thinking, making each castle siege a thrilling battle of wits and endurance. The mystique of castle legends. The allure and mystery surrounding castles are often magnified by the captivating tales and legends associated with them. These stories, passed down through generations, add an element of intrigue to these already impressive structures. They often involve tales of supernatural phenomena, hidden riches, or infamous historical figures, all of which entice our imaginations and curiosity. For instance, the Tower of London, with its infamous reputation and rich history, is rife with tales of ghostly sightings, each one adding to its mystique. Similarly, Bran Castle in Transylvania, often associated with the legend of Count Dracula, has become an iconic symbol of folklore and mythology. These narratives, whether based on historical fact or pure fiction, add depth to the significance of these structures, transforming them from historical sites into timeless icons of legend and lore. They bring a sense of enchantment to our understanding of these fortresses, turning a walk through their stone corridors into a journey through time and mythology. Indeed, these stories are an integral part of the charm of medieval castles, augmenting their historical, architectural, and societal significance with a touch of mystery and enchantment. These narratives, whether rooted in truth or fantasy, enrich our appreciation of these historic landmarks, transforming them into enduring symbols of intrigue and wonder. Thus, the allure of castles persists not only for their tangible history, but also for the captivating stories that surround them, keeping their enchantment alive through the ages. And there you have it, folks. If you stayed until the end, make sure to comment what you would like to see next on the channel. See y'all in the next video.